It's Magdalene Lane here, and today I thought I'd show you just a day in my life and how I've been spending it. It's nothing much. It's a very quiet day, but I decided to make things more interesting by writing this morning in a chicken pen that's right outside my front window. We just finished putting up these fences so that the dogs and chickens would be separated, and we have a whole garden out behind me. If you're curious, the chickens' names are Drew, Empath, Lug, and Duke. I don't refer to them by their names in this video because I often can't tell the three chickens apart. But most of the beginning of this video is just glorification of them. And there are my puppies, trampling over the flowers. They have no sense of boundaries. But the real reason I decided to write outside in the chicken pen today was because I've been stuck up in my desk staring out a window all winter. And I realized that I don't have to do that anymore. It's summertime, and it's really warm outside. Sometimes it's a little too warm outside, but not every day, and if I stay in the shade, then it's actually really nice and a much more enjoyable pastime. I also put on my dirtiest clothes to go sit out in this yard because I knew that the ground wasn't gonna be very clean. And if I'm honest, most of the time I just spent sitting there thinking, like I do. Good morning. It's 9:30 in the morning. I decided to write out here. I don't know why. I'm in the middle. I'm just about to start the finale of the story. I guess you could call it the climax. I've been just about to start the climax for like 4 days now though, and I just keep only writing short snippets every morning, and then I can't think about the story at all. Like, I can think about it, but I can't sit down and write it at all for the rest of the day until the next day, and it's going very slowly. Hi, chicken. There you are. Hello, ticka 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 ticka. Sorry about that. This is an okay angle. I can put you up here on the chicken feeder. But I don't need to. I don't know why I thought writing out in the chicken pen would be a good place to write, because it's actually very distracting with all the cute chickens and everything. Also, I'm just not awake. My story has nothing to do with chickens, by the way. They don't even make one appearance in the story. You know, what really made me realize that I don't hang out with these chickens enough. I really just overlook the fact that they live in such close proximity to me. And they're very sweet. They're the sweetest chickens I've ever met, because my sister takes very good care of them. They actually lived inside the house for the first 4 months of their life. Sometimes they still ask to be let inside the house. So, chicken, how should I end the story? Do you have any opinions? Any advice? With a splash? Yeah, a splash sounds good. exploding watermelons. Wow. Yeah. And my sister insists that if they peck at your pants and stuff, that means they want to sit on you. But I don't know, the chickens never actually wanted to sit on me today. I guess maybe I'm just tasty. Hey. Hey. Guess what? Chicken butt. No, I really wasn't paying attention when the chicken started shaking its butt up in front of the camera, but I figured I'd let you guys in on what farm life is like. There we go. Does that work? Or is that too bright? That's too dark. Okay, so do you ever dye your character's hair in your stories? Like a weird color or any color, and then you just forget that you changed their appearance and you resort to their natural, the what they looked like when you first wrote them. Does that ever happen to you? Because I dyed my character's hair pink, the whole head of hair. She's has pink hair, like an anime character, because she wanted main character vibes, even though she is the main character. But we went with it. But I always forget she has pink hair now. And it makes me wonder, will the readers forget that I changed her appearance? Or is it necessary for me to just keep adding reminders that, oh yeah, her hair is pink? I don't know. Let me know. I'm trying to think of other stories where characters go through drastic appearance changes, and I'm not sure that it happens in fiction that much. In movies, they usually have that beauty glow up montage, but not in the written word. At 12 o'clock or around then is when I usually make myself breakfast, and it's usually oatmeal with apples in it. And yeah, I wish it was prettier. I don't make my breakfast very pretty. But it tastes good. And then you just stir it all together. And you add a little milk, and it's good for you. I also ate some watermelon. You know how you have such big ideas for the grand finale, and it's so clear in your head how dramatic and exciting it's going to be, and you think it's gonna just come out of you so easy and fast. But then you get there and I'm just sitting here and I read a sentence and then I sit back and then it's going so slow. The real reason I decided to vlog this day was because I was feeling very lost in my story. I'm very pretty today. I'm at the very end, but I feel like I've been at the very end for 3 months now, because I keep telling myself, this is it, this is just speed it up, right write it out, get it out of your system, and then you can move on. Oof. You see that? Okay. And then we look over here to see if there are any snapping turtles in the water or other animals. I've seen so many animals in this water. It's very clear right now. I decided to go running. My body and mind always want to go running around 12. Even though it's the hottest time of the day. And I generally at that point I feel like I either want to take a nap or to go running. And I guess because I'm like a semi well-adjusted person, I always choose running. Mostly because I know that if I take a nap, I'll sleep for 5 hours and then I'll wake up completely confused. And it'll just ruin everything. So I go running. And I brought Lucy with me. This project was never supposed to be a very long project. At the most, it was only supposed to be 70 days, and it wasn't supposed to be a big deal, maybe 500 words a day. But then I actually started liking it. And I'm at the ending, and I want it to be good. I want it to be clever. I want it to tie up all the loose ends in cute little bows. And thinking like that is just very daunting. And I seriously just have to take it one day at a time. There's no rushing this process. It's a novel. You can't just whip it out and be like, okay, good. Especially because I know that after I finish this first draft, I still have to go back and revise so many things and like rewrite certain situations and scenes because I changed things as I got further on in the story, and I need to revise chapter lengths and story pacing. I have to rewrite entire characters. So even though this is the very end of the novel, the first draft, it's not the very end of my time with this story. And I'm just really realizing how long of a process this particular story will take me. And I decided to vlog this day because this day somehow felt exactly like the last previous 5 days I've had. And I thought maybe if I record it, it might feel different and I might feel better. I like hanging up laundry. I don't particularly like taking it down. I think it's the actuality of taking one thing at a time and literally just hanging it side by side on a line and sorting it without having to think too hard about it. Just, it's a simple, easy chore. And then at 6 o'clock-ish, sometimes 4:30. Lately I've been making myself a latte. And also sometimes you just have to break into a little impromptu dance without any music because your body needs it. And then just stop just as suddenly because that's how life works. I remembered I used to drink coffee all the time back in college, and then at some point I just stopped, or like I started drinking it at a normal time of the day in the morning. Suddenly I realized that I have to give myself the joy of coffee at 6 o'clock in the evening. And we're just gonna go with that now because it makes me happy. After I get my coffee, I sit down and I try and work on some video editing because we're doing this YouTube thing, we're doing it and we're taking it seriously and we're gonna do it. At 8 or 9 o'clock at night is when I get ready for bed and I open up my word processor one more time, and for an hour or however long I feel like it, I work on my short stories that I'm working on right now, which I'm posting on Wattpad, and I will be posting on Kindle Unlimited eventually. But they're smutty mafia-inspired stories if you're interested. I can only write them in the dark of night. Any other time is too sinful. But if I'm honest, adding in this extra writing session right before bed has really upped my word game. Like, I've added a lot more productivity because of this. After I am done with a chapter, I put on my PJs and I get ready for bed. And that marks the end of my day. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will see you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm still a very small YouTube channel and I could use your support. If you think you might like something I've written, please consider buying my books and stories and supporting me in other means like with Ko-fi. And again, goodbye, good night, and happy writing.